All right, it's your man Brett from the Skateboarding Show. Here pondering some skateboard philosophy. So I'm wondering about the idea that skateboarding is a question. It's not an answer, and that's part of the beauty of it and part of the complex nature of it. And that's part of why when I try to do these media pieces, I'm way more interested in the question than the answer. I think skateboarding is a question, the basic question being, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with this piece of wood with wheels on it in the environment that you're in? It's not an answer. A game of football is an answer. That's why it has very clear boundaries, and that's why it has both spatial and time boundaries that are put on it. And it has very clear, distinct rules about what you have to follow and what you have to do to win, because it also has a competitive element to it, which exists by its very self. It doesn't. You can apply football skills. You can learn the art of ball control, but you use that to apply to a game of football. It has a further meaning to it. You could just learn ball control for the fun of it, but the chances are you're learning it to apply it to a game of football. You only learn to do skateboarding for the point of doing skateboarding. Skateboarding competitions exist, but they are not the point of learning skateboarding. And everyone's perception of what skateboarding is and everyone's perception of what they're doing with skateboarding is different. Again, reinforcing to me personally the idea that skateboarding is a question, it's not an answer. If it was an answer, it'd be really clear as to what skateboarding is. But you ask 200 different people what skateboarding is, you'll get 200 different answers. There is vert skateboarding, bowl skateboarding, pool skateboarding, competition skateboarding, artistic skateboarding. There's the skateboarding done by the older guys at 8 o'clock in the morning at the skate park that you don't even know exists. There's the skateboarding done by the uber cool teenagers in the evening that exists as well. There's the skateboarding done for edits. There's the skateboarding done that you'll never know about because nobody's ever filmed it. There's freestyle. There's slalom skateboarding. There's all these different forms of skateboarding, all of which are each individual person's answer to the question of what is skateboarding and what are you going to do with that piece of wood with wheels on it in the environment that you've been given. I like that. It gives a huge amount of freedom, and that's part of the thing that makes skateboarding so amazing. There is a huge amount of freedom involved in it. The whole thing is free for you to decide what you want to do with. So there is no point to this video. That's part of it. I'm asking you the question, do you think skateboarding is a question or do you think it's an answer? For me, I think skateboarding is a question. And you know what? Even that question is open to interpretation. Your version of what the question might be about skateboarding is completely different to what my version of what that question might be. And again, I love that freedom. I also love that is what makes skateboarding complex. It's not simple. A game of football is relatively simple in so much as the rules and the boundaries of it are clear. I thought I might get left alone where I am here, but obviously not. There's a car coming past. So the complexity of skateboarding is apparent in the freedom of it. Because where there's great freedom, there's great scope. There's great scope. It's not defined. It's not clear. It's not codified. It doesn't have very clear boundaries as to what skateboarding is, because it is open to interpretation. Because it's a question. It's an open-ended question. Just some things to contemplate. Not necessarily looking for you to agree or disagree. You are welcome to comment or not comment on it. I sincerely don't want followers just to follow me. Whatever. Like, I'm postulating on this stuff and putting it out there. Now switch this off for the for the love of God, go skateboarding, please. Bye.